Yo, what up, Miagas? It's your boy Filochko here, reporting live from Russia. A dangerous part of motherfucking Russia. I'll get to that later. But I'm going to get to the interview she had. How did I say her name? Stiviano? I'm just calling her V. Now, I know I wanted to leave this subject alone, but I had to get on this. I came out saying, on my first videos, I was saying, that I felt Donald Sterling wasn't being racist. Because the videos are there. I was the first one to say. That I didn't think he was racist. The first one on the whole internet when it came to the audios. When I was like, coming to those audios, according to the audios, he doesn't sound racist. He sounds ignorant, stupid, but he doesn't sound racist because what it sounds like to me is that there's people around him that make him feel this way. That's what I was saying. Now, what's interesting is if you watch this interview with her, you know what she says? She says herself, she doesn't even think he's racist. She says it herself. And who does she think it is? It's the people around him, other executives, these people calling him and telling him. Because in the interview, she says, yeah, there was a time where Sterling didn't care who I brought to the games. He didn't care. He didn't care if it was black. He didn't care who he brought to the games, who she brought to the games. When did he start caring, she said? When people started calling him and telling him things. That's what I said in my first video. I said, I don't think it's this guy. Mentally, this guy, he doesn't give a shit. It's not him. It's the people involved with him business-wise or family. I said it's either family or business, but she's improved his business. And we need to find out who these people are who are calling him. But remember, I was the first to say this. And people still don't agree with me, even though the girlfriend just said it herself. She just said what I was the first person on YouTube to say this shit. That to me, he sounds like a person who doesn't have negative feelings towards black people. It's the people around him that make him behave this way. Because shit, I behave this way all the time. The people I hang out with don't even really want to take pictures and shit with me and we're a certain way in public. Not because they have a problem with me, but it's because of how other people react to it. It's because of how other people, it's the culture we're in that causes us to do certain things. Like, oh, you're like last night, we could have went and partied at certain places, but we wouldn't because I was black. So somebody who cares about me could easily tell one of them, hey, don't bring any black guys to the club. I don't want any black guys in the club with you. Not because he has a problem with me, but because of what can happen. And what did he have a problem with? He had a problem with the other executives that he worked with calling him about it. She just said it. She just said it. This is what I've been saying from the start. She just fucking said it. It's the other people calling him. Because you know what? Most of you don't understand it because you're never involved in these situations. Like I showed this to my ex. I showed her the video. She understood exactly what I was saying. I showed her the tape. She was like, wait, that sounds like you. I'm like, it does sound like me. Because a lot of people live in a society or in a culture in which they have to be very racially careful, not because of how they feel, but because how the people in their society feel about that race of people. You know what I mean? And then people say things to me like, oh, what if some guy were to say he didn't want you dating his daughter? Well, too fucking bad. I'm used to that shit. If he doesn't want me dating his daughter, too bad. But if she's an adult, I can do what I want and so can she. We just have to be careful. We can't go places in public where he might be. If we don't want any trouble, I will just stay away. And if she does have another black boyfriend, I would say, like she dumps me, I would tell him, like, look, you have a black boyfriend, I care for you. Don't go anywhere in public with this guy. Because that might get you in trouble, especially with your family and friends. That is how it is. And that is what this girl is saying. I've been saying this from the start. I've been saying it from the start. But now, you know what's funny? Now I know what people are going to say. Oh, we don't believe anything she said. Now you don't believe her. Before you believed her. But now she's just some bitch. I mean, I don't like her. I think she's a bitch. I think she's setting him up and she's money hungry. But it's his fault for dating her and not seeing it coming. It's his fault for dating her and not seeing it coming. And yes, I think what he was saying was bigoted and ignorant, whatever. But it's because of the people around him. Why? There was a time where he did not care who she brought. He didn't care. When did he start caring about who she brought to the games? Executives, she was saying. Executives from the NBA who were the ones complaining. And then she was saying, I didn't understand. She was saying he didn't mean black people. He meant anybody. It sounded like he meant black people because he was saying don't bring black people. So I don't know, maybe there's other recordings where he's talking about don't bring fat people or something. But in that recording, he was talking about black people. We all heard it. He didn't want black people at the games with her. It's not about black people at the games in general. It's with her. Why? Because people are going to call him and complain. They're not going to call and complain and say, hey, there are some black guys who bought VIP tickets. We don't know them. And they're here spending a lot of money to see our games and we're making money off of them. No. It's who she's around. because she's connected with him and he gives her power. And from that power, she has power to do things, but she has to use that power in ways that make everyone else who have power with him comfortable. I'll try to say that again, just in case it was confusing. He gave this woman power. Now, the way she uses that power, she has to use that power the same way all the other executives use that power. And once she starts using it in the wrong way, they're going to call him. Because how do they use that power? They don't share it with blacks. That's pretty much what it is. They don't share it with blacks. They don't do it. Because Magic Johnson's not no fucking thug. Magic Johnson is not a thug. He doesn't even look like a thug. We all know he ain't a thug. But they don't want him there either. Why? Because he's black. It's part of their culture. Only way Magic Johnson could be there is if he was helping them make some real money, some investments or something. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem. But because he's just a black guy and they're not really discussing business, they don't want him there. And I want to know the names of these executives, people. But listen to me, I'm going to say this again. Because I notice a lot of people are starting to make videos now saying things like, oh, it's not him, it's the people around him. I said it first. Search YouTube. I was the first person to say it. No one, well, I can't say no one because half the people like it, half the people are against it. But now people are starting to change their fucking minds and listening to me when I'm saying it's the people around him. Now people are starting to listen to it. And I said that shit first. If we find out who these people are, we'll take down something much bigger. Stop focusing on him so much because it's not him. It's the people around him. Once we find out these racist people who are telling him these racist things, we will really get somewhere as a people. We're really we'll probably be scared to know what we find out. We might be scared. And that's basically it, people. If this is your first video seeing of mine and you want to see the first video I made about him, just put it in the YouTube. Donald Sterling conversation was not racist. You'll see my video first, Philco, and you'll see it. How do people agree? How do people disagree? But I'm going to say this one more time before I go out of here. Maybe this dude is racist, I don't know. But according to the audio, I didn't hear him say anything negative at all about black people. To this day, I listen to it every day. He said nothing negative. What sounds close when he said she was an enemy? He doesn't mean she's an enemy because she's black. He said she was an enemy because she doesn't understand him and she could fuck his shit over if she doesn't understand and just follow the rules. Because if she's an enemy, why would he be dating her in public? All his boys know he's dating her, and that's not the problem. The problem is her being around black people. Another thing people think he said. He didn't say he doesn't want black people at his games. Cut it out, learn English. What was the other one? There's another thing people thought, that he compared blacks to dogs. Yes, he did. He compared blacks to dogs and saying Jews treat black people like dogs in Israel. That's what he was saying. He didn't say it should be. He said that's how it is, okay? So that's basically it, people. Maybe he's a fucking Klan member. I don't know. I don't care. I'm talking about from those audios, dude didn't say anything negative about black people at all. And just like she feels, we feel the same way. We both feel he's not racist, and it's the people around him putting this shit in his head. That's how I see it. Later.